Canadian mountains to all the Mesilla Valley, reaching all of New Mexico. Broadcasting live from the Las Cruces studios, bringing you the issues that matter and the topics that count. Telling it like it is. It's the Mike Tellez Show. And now here's your host, Mike Tellez.
Thank you for joining us today. My name is Mike Tellez with the Mike Tellez Show. We are coming to you live from the Las Cruces Channel studios. Today we're going to talk about a few things. We've been talking about the homeless problem that we have in this area, and that isn't new news to anyone. Before we start, I want to mention one of our sponsors, 3A Research. 3A Research has recently moved to the Las Cruces area, and they are doing an experimental testing on psoriasis. And they're testing a new drug for psoriasis. And to participate in this program, if you think you have psoriasis, we got a picture on the screen showing you kind of what it may look like if you're not sure. You know, just for participating in this study, not only will you receive a free checkup from a licensed doctor there, and I don't mean just any old checkup, a pretty good one there, free of charge. You'll receive $225 for participating in a program that takes 3 visits. There's only a few openings left. All you got to do is set up 3 visits, go down, try it out, check it out, and you'll receive $225 for your time and travel. All you need to do is call 3A Research at 575-288-1646. You know what? There's no cost to you, and you make a little bit of money for your time. My goodness, if you have psoriasis, not only do you get the chance to possibly see if this works on yours, you also receive $225. I am constantly making sure that I don't have it, because I'd be right there. $225 for a little bit of your time. Where do you get that? That money is just as easy as you could get. Everyone could use $225. I know I definitely can, always can. You know, we've been talking about the homeless problem here in Las Cruces. You know, last week we went over some of the issues, and I asked questions. Why are they here? Where'd they come from? What are they looking for? What do they want? Well, you know, one young man left a comment, and I am so sorry that before we could get the information off it, it deleted out. I'd like for him to respond back. He was concerned about my not being sensitive and not knowing about issues that affect the homeless people, and not being, you know, I was a little bit hard on him. Well, you know what? I would love for you to respond to me again on our email address. They'll show it on the screen. Go to us, the MikeTellezShow@gmail.com. Drop me a message. I want to meet with you. I want to get with you and enlighten me into what I'm missing. Now, you know, they're saying, who am I to say that? I don't know who they are. I don't understand their plight. And why would I talk about something I know nothing about? Well, you know, I don't talk very much about who I am and what I've done. But I will say, for the last 23 years, I've spent my time. I used to own the IHOP restaurant back then. I started with Character Kids Incorporated. We went out and assessed the city, assessed our county to see what some of their needs were. At that time, there was a food problem with the immigrants in the South Valley. I thought it was horrible. They couldn't get food because they weren't citizens. We took it out, and our program went out to the South Valley and started looking at what we could do to help these people get the food they needed to survive and the essentials. We adopted every single school in Las Cruces to make sure there were not students and kids in those schools that needed food, toiletries, clothing, whatever they needed. You know, we went out and we said, we're going to make a difference in our county. We're going to go help our citizens in this county. Our program got out there. We got started. We distributed 50 million tons of food into this region right here. We went into the schools. We made sure every one of those kids were eating. We went out into the streets. I've knocked on thousands of doors to make sure people are okay. We've helped people who are down and out, people that are homeless. We have reached out to people for years trying to help them get on their feet. We started that in 1999. In 2005, we opened up the Dream Center, the Las Cruces Dream Center. We opened it up, and we opened a facility up that people could come to and receive help. We ran a food program over there that has since been turned over to Fishes and Loaves, to where we could make sure no one was hungry in our community. And, you know, I went farther than that. I said, I don't want anyone hungry in our county. And we reached out as far as we could to make sure that we helped with this hunger problem that we had at that time. We opened up the facility to many different programs to go in. We had the Lions Crane reading program that we brought in to help kids learn how to read, do eye exams, and make sure that program has gone into some of the schools in the Las Cruces area since. Our program helped design the JARC program, that's a Juvenile Assessment and Reporting Center. We designed that at the Dream Center to try to help juveniles who are in trouble and trying to get that last step before they went to jail. We tried to do everything we could to help them out. I've been into the jails, I've been into the prisons, I've been into the soup kitchens, I've been into all the different areas of our community trying to see what we can do to help out people in need. One of the main things is we're helping out people in need, but it has got to be people who want help. They have to be wanting help, wanting to be helped get off their feet and get started again, get a job, maybe find a place to stay, whatever the case has been. We didn't just start. We've been going at this for 20 years hard. I since sold my restaurant, sold what I had, and put all of it into trying to make a difference at the Dream Center. It's a debt-free program. We have it there to try to make a difference. That is now where my life is spent. I spend my life 7 days a week at the Dream Center. We help families. We help different organizations come in. You know, we invite organizations to come in who are wanting to make a difference in the community. You know, to get started and help and set up an organization, people always think that all these organizations and ministries we see that you just go out and it starts. No, it could be a costly process. What do? We help them by facilitating a place for them to start and meet. We have helped several programs come into the Dream Center, help them get their programs established, and then send them out into, when they're able to make it on their own, they go out on their own to make a difference in other parts of our county. House of Pain. In 2005, we invited Joe Hidalgo. He was a retired art teacher from Mayfield High School. A lot of people know him if they went to Mayfield High School and took art. His dream was to have a boxing gym. We said, come on in. He started the House of Pain boxing to teach kids how to box. It is going strong right now. They have 2 different sessions here at the House of Pain. They have real young kids and the teens. We have the 7-time national champion Ariana Carrasco training in that gym. Her dad has been with her since day one. They've been there since the beginning of the program. She's a national champ right now. I'm telling you, you will see her at the Olympics. She will bring home the gold medal, and she is going places. And you know what? There's many others that are fast and coming up. We interviewed Gabby, another one who has been working her heart out to be a boxer. We have, 40% of our program is girls. And you know what? These kids, you would not believe how excited it is for them to go into a boxing gym and learn how to box, get the discipline of boxing. And you know what? You see them get into such great shape. And these are kids who, a lot of them may otherwise not have any place to go. We opened it up for them to come in here. You know what the one thing about our programs are? All of our programs are free of charge. I do not charge them for coming in. They'll receive a donation, but I don't charge them. They come in and they want to make a difference in our community. If they want to go out and reach kids, I say the only thing is you can't charge them. It has got to reach the people who can't afford it. We want to level the playing field at the Dream Center. We want kids who otherwise couldn't afford it to come in. We're working on a music program to come in. So where kids who want to learn how to play music, they'll have a place to go to learn how to play music. Now, the program currently getting ready to open up this fall is automotive. Teach people how to take care of their automobile. We have a place to where they'll be able to come in. We'll teach them how to change a flat, change their oil, check their oil, how to properly, safely jumpstart a car, how to just teach them some of the basics about an automobile. We're going to teach young people as well as adults how to deal with their car. And what's the cost on that? Free of charge. I'm going to tell you, if nothing else I have, is I've got a passion for our city. I believe in our city. I believe we live in one of the best cities in America right now. I believe in our city. I believe the only way that we can say anything about the problems in our city if we're willing to step out into the field and try to find a solution. And you know what? On our homeless problem, I am willing to step out and find a solution to this homeless crisis. And it's a crisis. We see them all around the Valley Drive area, Amador Avenue. And you know what? It's not a matter of being insensitive to the homeless people. It is a matter of wanting to go out and find out what is it you're looking for. How can we help you get off your feet and get going in life? How can we help you get? Who thinks it feels good to sleep outside right now when it's 100 degrees now? 110 degrees here soon. In winter, it gets cold. We have beautiful winters. But you know what? If you're living outside, it's still cold enough to where you're freezing out there. What can we do to help you get out of that condition and get out of that life? Why did you pick Las Cruces to come to and just, what are you looking for? What is it that brings you here? What are you looking for? And how can we help you become a productive citizen? What can we do to help you do that? And I'm going to tell you, the city and the government, sometimes they don't have the resources, manpower, whatever it may be, to come in and fix everything. I don't work with the city. I don't work with the government. I am a ministry, a non-profit 501c3 ministry who has given my life to make a difference in our city. You know, I owned a restaurant. I owned an IHOP restaurant. 15 years I owned it. If I wanted to be rich, I could be in that business. Of course, this last year was a terrible year, but I could make my money in that industry. I made good money in it. I could go out and I could be in business. I have a degree in communication. I have a master's that I'm about to hopefully graduate with pretty quick in communication. I could be a consultant. I could go out and do many other things. There's a lot of areas I could work in. But you know what I chose? I chose to use all my education. I used all my money, all my resources. You know what I did? I put my money where my mouth was. I went and put my money at got a Dream Center. I put everything in that. I left the restaurant industry and walked away from it in 2012 to do this ministry full time. Before that, I had worked on it for 13 years as a business owner. I worked in the ministry. And you know what I said? If I'm going to make a difference, if I'm serious about doing it, I need to step away from everything and go straight into that world and work that world full time. And you know what, today? I work it full time. I don't have a job that I go clock into and go do. All my time is spent at the Dream Center. We operate off of donations, which we gladly accept. People will give us donations. That's what we work on. I'm not rich. I don't make a lot of money. In fact, when I was in the restaurant industry, I made good money. I don't make that money anymore. I don't have the fancy house. I used to live in a mansion, 6,000 square foot home. I don't anymore. I used to buy a brand new car every 2 years, 3 years. I don't anymore. I decided that I'm going to put every bit of me, I'm going to immerse myself into our community, into making a difference in our community. Yeah, it's not something I do once a month, once a year, during Christmas, Easter. No. This is something I do every single day of the week. I am working to make a difference in our community. However we can help people out, we're there. And you know what? I don't ask for credit. I don't ask for an award. I don't ask for any of that. I'm just letting you know that what we speak about, when I get in here and I start talking about making a difference, what could we do to fix the homeless problem, help people stay in school. When I start talking about mental health, I'm working with Teen Challenge right now. Our goal is to have a facility to help people with mental health issues and substance abuse issues. A place in this city that'll have up to 40 beds to where people who have problems in our city will have a place to go for help. If you have a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter, a friend who needs help with a substance abuse problem, we'll have a facility they can go in and check into and get the help they need and help them get back on their feet, whether it's helping them go to community college, help them find a job, but get them back on their feet again. We're getting this free of charge. There's no charge. If you don't have that insurance right now to get rehab, to get help with substance abuse, mental health, you better have good insurance. Or you better been ordered from the court to go to one of the facilities the state has. Not us. We want a facility right here in Las Cruces that takes care of our residents in our city who have those issues. Mental health, we want them to get help. I'm not going out to reach a homeless to say, well, I'll pray for you, I'll give you a box of food and I'll help you eat, and that's it. No, I'm going to pray for you. We're going to help you find the food you need. Plus, we're going to help you get the help you need. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about what we're doing and how we plan on addressing the crisis we're in with the Mike Tellez Show. My name is Mike Tellez.
Do you suffer from rashes, dryness, flakiness, and thickness to the skin? 3A Research is conducting a trial of an investigational drug on plaque psoriasis. Subjects must be 18 years of age or older. This is an 8-week study. We will compensate you for your time and travel up to $225.
Enrolling participants now in Las Cruces. Contact our office at 575-288-1646 or visit our Facebook page at 3A Research or our website 3asites.com.
If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. That's 866-372-3669.
Hi folks, I'm Dave Gallus. This is your 3A Research Minute. We're here with CEO Michael Raucci of 3A Research here in Las Cruces. Michael, could you tell me the procedure of a trial?
Sure, Dave. A participant will come to our office to see if they qualify for a study. Once they qualify for a study, they will be asked to do evaluations throughout the course of a 3-month period or longer, and they'll come in periodically to see their progress and make sure they're safe and they're okay.
Michael, could you tell us the location here in Las Cruces? Where's that?
We are located in the heart of Las Cruces, 530 North Telshore Boulevard, Suite B. We have 2 locations in El Paso, and we've done so well, we had to extend ourselves here to this great community. So far, Las Cruces has been very responsive, and we love Las Cruces, so we're excited to be here.
Thanks, Michael. I hope the folks take advantage of this opportunity. That's been your 3A Research Minute here in Las Cruces. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
Welcome back to the Mike Tellez Show. My name is Mike Tellez. That commercial, it just reminds me again the importance of 3A research in their study, their psoriasis study. No cost to you, a checkup here in Las Cruces. You'll receive $225 for your time and travel for 3 visits. There's only a few openings left. Hey, mention the Mike Tellez Show that you saw it here. Now, we're talking about homeless. We're talking about what gives me the right to talk about such an issue. Do I understand it? You would be amazed how well I understand that. Hey, I've been there. I have family members who have been there, and I have some that are still there. I understand. I've heard these stories. Hundreds and hundreds of stories. I've heard the sad stories. I've heard all the reasons why they're there. But the fact remains, they're still there. And that story, we need to help them get past whatever that reason is and get to the next step of sustaining themselves. Get off these streets. You know, I saw a little mini documentary, and they were interviewing the manager of one of our local hotels on Main Street there, and she was telling us that the people who sell drugs in that hotel, they were asking her, well, what kind of people come here? They said, well, people with mental health needs, issues, and people with drug problems. Says drug problems, says, yeah, they come here and they can, did you know you can buy $1 worth of meth and $1 worth of heroin? One hit, you can buy it for $1. They said these guys will go out and hustle up $1 or $2 and go spend it right there on meth or heroin. How can that possibly be good? How many of you all are scared to get out of your car when you go to some of these businesses on El Paseo and Valley and you see people all around out there? It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't matter if you don't have to understand the people. What we need to understand is we, the people that are fearful and trying to help, but we're at the same time, we're scared for our own safety. We're scared for our kids' safety when they go up there. You know, who wants to be scared to go to a convenience store with somebody out there you think may cause you harm? You know what? They're homeless. I feel sorry for them. But you know what? Sometimes they can get aggressive, and they do get aggressive. And you know what? You got to think, we're a large community right here. And, you know, we are one of the most giving communities in the country. I mean, we are givers. We'll go and we'll give them money, we'll give them food, we'll give them sleeping bags, tents, and then we'll get hit to feel bad because they're still homeless. You know, rather than us feel bad because they're homeless, I'm going to ask that we get people start coming together. Contact me on my email. Send me an email. Contact me. Leave a message. Reply on Facebook, YouTube. Give us a reply there. We're going after these replies, and I will answer every one of them. But come on, let's get together. Let's find a solution. Let's meet at the Dream Center and find a solution to this problem, because the way it is right now is not working. And it's, you know what? On one of the pictures you see up there, Las Cruces is one of the fastest homeless populations right now. It's right there. You see it right on that picture, right there on that article. We have one of the fastest growing homeless populations. Is that what we want to be known for? From the green chili capital of the world right around here to the fastest growing homeless population? That isn't good enough. That is not who we are. We want to find solutions to this problem. We want to find out what we need to do. You know, we saw the newspaper this winter. We saw a kid that was homeless. He was cold. And he says, you know what? We're still humans. You should help us. Well, you know what? You are humans. You need help. But we need to know, what do you need help with? I went out and we've started talking to people who are homeless. And we will bring video in weeks to come of some of the interviews of talking to people, we're asking them, where are you from? Why'd you come down here? And you know that the weather, that's one of the biggest reasons, but we're asking them those questions. I've met them, and I'm going to tell you something. Some of those people, I saw one of these guys at Murphy's, and he's out there all the time. And you know what? I went up and talked to him, and I gave him some, something to drink. And I asked him, I said, how are you doing? What is there? Do you need anything? He said, that was the most polite man I have talked to in a very, very long time. That man was polite. I met one of the greatest artists I've seen at another corner who could sketch the most beautiful art. We got talent out there. Well, you know what? If enough of us get together and start brainstorming, a lot of these people, the talent they have is unreal. Well, let's find something that would interest them. Let's find them work. Let's get them help. If they need help on substance problem, let's find it. That Teen Challenge program, I'm praying to God we see that this summer. And you know what? Let's start getting together and let's start thinking outside the box. All you got to do is watch what all these other states are doing. Whatever the government is trying to figure out hasn't been working. It's an explosion of people. Well, you know what? What we need is us, the people. We the people, our community. We need people to come together and let's start brainstorming and let's think so far outside that box that there's not a box in sight on what we can do to change this problem. What? Build a bigger tent city? Does that really sound like a good solution? The Gospel Rescue Mission can only hold so many? No, let's think outside the box. Let's make something happen. And I'm going to tell you something. If there's something I'm missing, I urge you, leave a comment. Contact me on my email, MikeTellez@gmail.com. Let me know where I'm off the track. Hey, you know what? I can learn something. I don't know everything, and I'm always learning every day, and I need your help. Let's together take on this problem. And I'm going to tell you something. People always ask you, Mike, what's in it for you? I said, the price has been paid in full at the cross for me. I do this for one reason and one reason only. I look up. My God, my Jesus Christ. That's why I do it. I don't do it for mine. I don't do it for personal recognition. I don't want it. All I do it for is because that's the right thing to do, and I'm asking for help. I'm asking for you all, come forward. Thank you very much for watching the Mike Tellez Show. My name is Mike Tellez.